In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Mealy, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian.
Laura?
I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida?
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden, and I play Lilith, the wood elf cleric.
Feel free to take it away, as they say in the show business world.
Of course. So, we started our session during combat with 2 Zentrum soldiers and Selphira. So, we start to attack the female soldier first with magic missile, but she knows some spells, so she casts shield. We try to attack her some more, and Cracker finally manages to hit her. Some of us attack the other soldier as well. Byleth and Charlotte get hit by Selphira with lightning bolt. That woman knows some nice spells. And the female guard tries to run away while getting insulted by Selphira about cowardness and honor. And then we have some counter-spelling battle, and the 3 of us go down after a fireball. Not worth counter-spelling shit. Then Bariel makes himself useful and gives Byleth a good berry, and we have a little chain of healing. Byleth gives a good berry to Charlotte, and then Charlotte gives it to Lilith. And then Cracker kills the male soldiers, 1 out of 3. We fight some more. Selphira casts another fireball, which makes Byleth crack her cool pearl. She's gonna miss that one. And then tries to run, but gets stopped by Hunger of Hadar, DM's favorite spell. And then gets cut by Cracker. Zenis asks Flamma who has the key, and of course to free them, and of course it's Selphira. And when Selphira finally gets out of Hunger of Hadar, she tries to wake up Lord Vidar. Yay! Who is sleeping in the magic sphere in the middle of the room. Who would have thought? Then, oh yeah, that one. Then she makes a run for it and is stopped again, this time by a hypnotic pattern. This time Byleth uses Remove Curse to help Lollipop and Mother Onana. And Charlotte asks if we should kill Selphira by attacking her all at once. And we agree, but first we should get the key from her. So Zenis, with a very big help from 17 intelligent woman, Charlotte finds a key and frees the chained tieflings. And finally Cracker starts the killing process of Selphira, but she's tougher than we thought and doesn't die. She misty steps away and gets hit by a magical ball. She steps away and she hits a magical ball, and the ball disappears. Lord Vidar shows up. And then he casts a spell and kills Flamma. So everyone tries to attack him. Zenis tells them to run away, and Cracker, I think she doesn't know the direction where to run and runs in the wrong direction to save lollipop. And that's where we ended.
Very good. Thank you very much. Well done. Point of inspiration, which you may wish to use in the not too distant future. All right. Henrietta, your character, we can say, is in the hallway. The hallway basically is, let me just use this. Here we go. Let's say the hallway basically extends out towards the top of that screen. So you can put yourself near the dead body of Sulfura, who was fleeing down the hallway to escape. Now, I did eliminate the turn order. I thought it would be, rather than try to remember exactly where we left off, because I couldn't remember, to be honest. It would be easier just to start all over and also give everybody a chance to participate fresh in case there was something somebody wanted to do that unfortunately they couldn't quite get to last time because of where they were situated in the round. So feel free to, everyone, roll your initiative again. Nice.
So bad.
Wow.
Why?
You guys are doing great. Just great. Who goes first, Cracker or Zanice?
Go ahead, Zanice.
Okay.
Okay. And who goes first, Byleth or Mealy? I guess Byleth should go first because Mealy just walked into the room, basically.
Mhm.
If we were applying some sort of weird logic to it. And Lord Vidar. Where should Lord Vidar go? We'll call him last. He's more of a slow but deliberate type. Okay. So, Charlotte, you are up first.
Okie dokie. Right then, let's see here. I shall use a good old magic missile.
On Lord Vidar?
No, not magic missile. A good old frostbite on Lord Vidar.
Good luck.
Well, what else am I gonna do? Use it on myself?
Okay, passive aggressive.
Frostbite. Take that 1 damage. And his DC 7 against 13.
Yeah, it seems to strike him, and as far as you can tell, it may have actually done some damage.
Okay. And then
He sneezes briefly.
he's got disadvantage on his next weapon attack
Oh,
before the end of his next turn.
and that is a fancy light sword of light that he's wielding.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll use my telekinetic pull on on Byleth. You just find
Oh,
the
is
thing
this?
to post it.
I changed the token because I thought it'd look cooler. It's this one now.
Oh, the hand. No, I'm not using the hand. I'm just using my telekinetic feet.
Oh, right.
I pull Laura towards me. Byleth towards Charlotte.
You're gonna die together.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to help her escape.
Should I move myself?
If you want to, you can choose to resist, and then I'll have to.
No, I think. Wait, I see it. And then I'm here. Okay.
Cool. Okay. So,
Nice.
and I'll just move too.
Okay. Very good. Yes, at this rate, you shall kill Lord Vidar within the next 200 years.
Yay.
Zanice.
I will try to pick up Mother Onana.
Okay. She doesn't resist you. What's your strength, though?
8.
And how much are you carrying already? Bottom of your character sheet. Under items or inventory. Or
Around 50 pounds.
Right. So your total is 15 to walk out. You drag twice as much as you can carry, but your carrying capacity is 15 pounds times your strength score for a medium-sized creature, which is 120 pounds. So if you're doing 50 pounds, then you've got 70 capacity. Mother Onana, unfortunately, weighs a little bit more than 70 pounds. She's not big, but her horns alone are probably about 10 pounds. So you can drag her, but you won't be able to pick her up.
Cracker, take Mother Onana, I take Lollipop.
That probably does work, actually, yeah. So what are you doing then? Oh, that's your action. Okay.
Yeah.
Yvonne, do you want Cracker to respond?
Oh no, Cracker will respond in action in a second.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Cracker.
Okay, so Lollipop is on my back already because I said hop on.
Oh, okay, sure.
And that's where we left off. And so I
Yeah,
can't
you
move
can.
him.
You can. I'll change that.
Okay. There
Yeah,
he is.
you can definitely carry both.
Okay. I can do both? Okay. All
Well,
right.
I mean, your strength is huge, right? Plus,
Yeah.
aren't you raging? Are you raging?
I am raging, but I kind of wanted to say something to Vidar. Oh, I had something planned. Okay, well, I can still say something, right? If I don't attack. I'm losing my voice, sorry.
Well, it depends on what else you're doing. You're moving down there, and then
I'm
what?
moving over there and I'm picking up Onana and I have Lollipop hanging on behind.
Okay, fine. Slightly stretching it, but okay.
Vidar, give up. Army's at the gate. Everyone's fleeing. That's me.
Go ahead and roll a d20. Why not?
Intimidation?
Sure. Do you have any other bonuses besides your proficiency and your charisma?
Is it +4? Do you want me to just roll the intimidation then?
Yeah, just roll intimidation.
Oh, man. I mean, do I get advantage on that?
Why would you have advantage? You're
'Cause I'm
carrying
a
a small
half-orc and I'm
child and
terrifying?
an old. Well, you might have advantage. Don't you already have proficiency with?
Well, I do. It just says I'm notoriously good at intimidating people, but it doesn't say I have advantage.
Well, because you're already getting you're already
I
proficient in
know.
it, right?
I know. Don't it look scary? I'm carrying people. I'm ready to fight. I can do it all,
You're
man.
carrying an old woman and a little child.
We'll take you down together. Yeah, okay.
He ignores you. He doesn't even deign to respond. It's such an absurd request. Lilith.
Yes. I'm just gonna move over there. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
I didn't have any good spells ready. And then I'm gonna be like, come on!
Okay.
My party.
Okay. You can do something. If it's just like one word or two words, you can do something else.
Yeah, but I didn't have any good spells that I
Okay.
wanted to use now.
Okay. No, I just wanted to be clear that, like a 1 word, 2 word message or command is fine. It's more when people start going to monologues or they want to start a dialogue. That's when I say it takes a whole action.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay. So I think it's Violet's turn.
I am still frightened, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can roll
So
a save at the end of your turn.
at the end, okay. But I have to use my movement to get as far away from him as possible, right?
Oh. Probably. Let's say that's true.
Hmm. Okay.
I
But I
think
can't.
technically frightened, you don't have to move. You just can't get any
Yeah. No,
closer.
okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. But I
It's only
can't
if
go up
it's
here,
another
right?
ability that does that.
I can't
Well,
go.
you can
Okay.
climb.
But that
You,
would be slow.
you can try to climb, which means you may fall and fail.
Hmm. Are they still there?
Or what? Still where?
The
Oh yes, the flying
sharks.
stones. Yes, they are.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, actually, I need to roll a concentration check for Vidar.
You better do that. Oh.
Are you threatening the DM?
No.
That sounded. Anybody else hear a threat there?
I
I
like
really
it.
don't want to be attacked by those things.
You better
I'm
do
just
that.
projecting my fear, okay?
Okay, all right. I'm going to chalk it up to the adrenaline
Oi.
this time.
I wanted to do something else, but I think can't do it because they attack the close thing. Yeah, I'm going to go here. What's it? 30 feet. Oh, God. Here. And no, I think I'm just going to dash actually, and use
Cool.
my movement to get here. And look all scared as a bonus action. Oh, and do a check, right? Against the frightening.
Oh, if you want. Yep. Saving throw.
What saving throw? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
All right. 7. It is very intimidating.
Yep. Okay, Mealy.
Okay.
You just arrived.
Yeah.
You arrive to a scene of absolute carnage, aside from the fact that the room smells like death and ionized air. You see several corpses laying on the ground. They're, in many cases, their hair is all frizzed out and or they have burn marks on their bodies. Several of them are also pierced with the telltale signs of the magic missile spell. You also see the intimidating figure of Lord Vidar holding court, just running rampant, and also a large swarm of magical glowing rocks that seem to be flying through the air. They look terrifyingly sharp, and according to this body of Flama, which looks cut up and almost sent through a meat grinder, you suspect that they are quite deadly. And all of your teammates, I think with one exception, look very, very badly injured, as if they may have even gone to the gates of death and been pulled back. Who here is bloodied? Just show of hands.
Me.
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 Uh,
That's. I think that's
great.
everybody then. Yeah, there you go.
I'm not. I'm fine.
Heal us, Mealy.
Save us.
She can't heal anybody. All she
I
can do
can't.
is run. All she can do is run and get out.
Yeah. Well, at least I am going to. Let's see. I'm going to cast Blade Song, and I'm also going to cast Kinetic Jaunt, and then I'm just gonna kind of stare in horror at the scene in front of me.
Okay. Are you moving?
I'm gonna step away from the door a bit,
Okay.
just so I'm not in sight of Lord Vidar.
It's just like that scene where Luke Skywalker first fights Darth Vader, thinking that he's got some powers and he can take him on, and suddenly realizes he's incredibly outmatched.
That's me.
What does Lord Vidar do? It almost seems too
Surrender.
easy. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. He's going to
Run.
surrender. Yes, that would be the second option.
Two great
You have
options
killed
to choose.
Sulfura, and now you wish to take my hostages. I should kill you all now, but I have plans, and those plans could use some assistance. Join me and live. And he extends a dark gloved hand out to you, all of you. You may each respond to him, or to each other, but not hold, a committee meeting. Death to tyrants! Yogurt for everybody!
Yogurt.
It's like the battle cry.
Yogurt with raspberries, no chocolate. Let's go in order. Charlotte, do you have Sophie, does Charlotte have a response to Lord Vidar's generous attempt to allow you to live?
Oh my god, I don't want to be first. Um,
Well, you're first in the initiative, so you should go first in terms of response. You can choose not to respond.
she's not going to respond. She's
Okay.
going to hope that he doesn't see her.
He sees everybody.
What? He's got eyes in the back of his head or what?
Well, first of all, pretty much all of you are within 180 degrees, so he should be able to see most of you, if not all of you. Secondly, if you haven't noticed, most people can turn their heads.
What?
No way.
In that big helmet of his? How?
It sits on his head, and his head turns.
Wow.
I know, technology.
I
That's
don't
great.
understand technology.
No wonder he's such a powerful leader.
Right? Oh my god.
Okay. So
No
no response from the scribe. Okay.
Nope.
Lost for words?
Mhm.
Sorry. All right. Zanice.
Let me think about it. I just saying that to him.
Okay. He will respond very quickly and say, "You must choose now." But we'll go to Cracker, since you managed to delay it long enough.
Tell me your plans and I'll make a better decision.
Boy, you guys have overestimated your hand continuously. Honestly, he doesn't respond to that at all. Lilith.
Will it give me power?
No. True Ida comes out. Will I get to lop off the heads of peasants? Yeah, he responds to Lilith and says, "Together we shall rule all of the Sword Coast." And Byleth.
Oh god. Well, I'm still visibly frightened. But I'm trying to be courageous, and I'm gonna say I'd rather die than betray my morals, betray everything I strive to stand for. So, no. Shivering.
He could say something about you haven't killed your parents, but he won't. Mia Lee, who just arrived and heard the speech and sees the chaos. You may respond if you wish. Arguably, he's not really addressing you because you weren't in the room initially, but it counts.
I'm just gonna say out loud, you can't really consider this, can you? Just as a kind of to the whole group.
Okay. And that'll be Lord Vidar's turn. Charlotte.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Run.
I'm going to dash out of the room.
Okay. Can you make it all the way to if you can make it to the edge of the screen, we'll say you're out of the room.
Yeah, of course I can.
Oh, there you go.
Hooray.
At least one of you survives.
And I'm going to gesture to everyone. My hand.
Which gesture?
Like a come hither, come on gesture.
Oh, okay.
Not like a middle finger gesture. Just like
See you, suckers. Well, you have to clarify. It wasn't entirely clear. Very good. Zanice.
I'm going to dash to here,
Wow.
I think.
That is fast. Okay.
And then I'm going to Misty Step
Okay. Great.
to here.
Yeah. Cool.
Bang.
All right. Well done.
Okay. Can I dash too?
Sure.
Carrying everybody?
So how much are you carrying altogether? You've got Lollipop, who's about 50 pounds. Mother Onana, who will be generous and say weighs 130. So that's 180.
And I have aspect of the bear.
Okay, you've got plenty. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can dash.
Okay. I'm going to dash way over here. It's 80.
Oh.
That's where I am. That's it.
Okay.
Lilith is gonna look at Lord Vidar and the part and be like, before she dashes out, because she really wants that power.
Oh, this would be interesting. And Lilith turns on the party and then slays Charlotte.
What? Why me?
Because you're closest. Not picking on you. You just happen to be physically closest. What is this? Why is there a spider there?
It's Rua.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
what
my
the
little
hell is,
spider.
I was like, what the hell is that?
No.
Okay.
He wants to join in on the fun.
Yeah, sorry. I was just I don't remember seeing that before. Okay.
He's
Very good.
stealthy.
He is stealthy. Well done. All right, Byleth.
Hmm. I'll use my action to cast darkness. On him.
Ooh.
Mhm. Let there be darkness. Yay. Great. And then I'll try to move away next to Charlotte and preferably 5 feet further because that 10 because that was 20. Yeah. And still a wisdom check, right?
Sure.
5. Maybe not today.
It's probably a little too big, but and it's not really darkness, I know. But I thought it looked nicer than just a big black spot.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay. Very good. He is very intimidating. Okay, Mealy.
Okay. It looks like everyone's running, so I think I'm just gonna run. I think, and I got 50 feet, so just run down the corridor, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Someone's got to survive to add this chapter to Dylan's autobiography.
Yep.
How we foolishly took on a lord of the Zentrum, and at least some of us died. What did he say?
What?
What? Okay. Speaking of Lord Vidar, what shall we do? 30 feet. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
And it is going to attack. The swarm of little objects is going to attack Cracker. There are 10 small little objects. So there are 10 different attacks. Seeing as has there 6 of you, everybody except for Yvonne, roll 2 d20s, please. You get a +6 to hit.
Oh, I missed 2.
So, 1, 2. What's your armor class again?
15.
15. So these things attack with a +6 to hit. So Henrietta, you've got 1 that's going to hit. Laura, you've got 1 that's going to hit. Wow, only 2 of them hit? That's insane.
Nice.
Wow, you are lucky.
That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. All right, so that's only 2. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 2 each. I'll just roll that real quick. 12 points. Not too bad.
Okay.
You still up, I presume?
Still up.
Okay. That was his bonus action. Oh, I guess he couldn't see. Well, either way, he'll come out of the darkness. He'll move in any direction and come out of the darkness because it's only 15 feet. Laura,
But
would you like to?
if he moves back, he can see through the darkness.
No, he only needs to see. The geometry works. He'll be able to see. He just needs to walk around the edge of the darkness. But Laura, why don't you roll the direction? 1d8.
7.
7. So actually, he comes out. 7 is kind of here, isn't it? So, and then he'll walk another 15 feet closer. And then, as his action, he's not going to do that. Seems a bit boring, really. How wide is this? Oh, he can get everybody.
Huh.
But they're in the hall, right?
Yeah, but I mean, how far out into the hall are they? I think Mealy probably is
70.
okay. Huh?
10.
I'm 70
You're
feet
70?
away. Yeah, I
Okay.
dashed.
Ida, Mealy, I think are both out of range. Assuming she's getting Mother Onana and Cracker and
Well, I
Pop.
dashed from here, so that'd be 60 feet. So I'm like
20 something feet.
5 feet out.
Oop, sorry. 25 feet. So yeah, so you'll be safe.
Phew.
Where's Byleth?
I'm 10 feet further out.
Oh, sorry, it's actually this 25 feet. So you're 10 feet further out, so you're within range, I think.
All right.
1, Byleth, Zanice, and Cracker carrying two people. Okay. He will let loose a gigantic explosion of fire centered somewhere around here to get and in the air. So he'll get Cracker, Mother Onana, Lollipop, Zanice, and Byleth. Mealy and Charlotte and Ida are all out of range. Cracker, do you want to roll your dexterity save?
15?
Don't think that's going to be enough. Nope. Laura, you want to roll your dex save?
16?
Yeah, I'll call that enough. Zanice.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh, that's a good choice.
20.
Oh, yes.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah, that'll save. And you two both get half damage. Actually, Cracker would also get half damage because she's still. Well, did she?
No, I didn't attack anybody this round, so that's why I took the full 12.
Oh, okay. All right. Who wants to roll the damage? Cowards. You get that's a lot. That's on the high end. So that's 30 points. 15 for the two tieflings, plus you both save. So actually, that's more like 7 for the two tieflings.
Nice.
Cracker, you take all of it, I guess, because you didn't make the save either.
Yep.
Cracker's down?
And then back up again.
Oh, okay. Lollipop is incinerated on the spot.
Oh my
She
god.
screams. And it's just silent. And all you have is like a crispy patch on your back where she was hanging there a second ago. Mother Onana. Mother Onana. What shall we do with Mother Onana?
My body's protecting her because she's in front.
Nah, it goes around corners.
Poop.
Good try though. She is also technically not really moving herself. She's on your back, so it would have been your save. If you had saved, I would have let her save. And she's already partly injured from the Gesh spell. She says, as she dies, to Zanice, there's a scroll. Find it, and you shall learn about your. And that'll be his turn. Charlotte.
Well, I'm gonna loot Sulfura in the hole.
You're not safe. I mean, he can still walk out the hallway. I mean, there's no...
Well, I'll loot her and then I'll and then I'll run further. It's just that I don't want us to run and like miss her, miss all her
Okay.
juicy stuff.
All right. It's a cursory loot. You're not like
Oh.
doing like a full body cavity search, presumably. What's your main focus? Let's put it this way.
Magical
You've got
stuff. Valuable
no,
magical stuff.
no, you got to be more specific.
More specific.
Yeah, I mean, visualize there's a body in front of you and it's got, some things on it. Are you looking for things that are attached to her face, her torso, arms? You don't really have, it's only 6 seconds around, right? So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Plus you have to bend down. So that's half your movement, or well, half your movement getting up, I should say.
Well, can I say jewelry?
Yes, you can say jewelry.
Okay, jewelry. I'm looking for jewelry.
She has some beautiful earrings and a necklace and one bracelet.
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
No rings.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess I'll move 30 feet further once I've taken her.
15.
30.
15.
15, because I have to bend down.
Yes.
You're
She's
so
on the
mean.
floor.
Okay.
She's dead on the floor. She didn't die standing up, leaning against the wall, conveniently propped open so that you could just like, pick and choose like a book off the shelf.
She's so like inconsiderate. Bracelet, earrings.
There was also a jeweled belt, but that would have taken too long for you to undo it.
Oh, we'll come back. Okay, yeah. So I'll move 15 feet out. And I will use my telekinetic pull on oh my god, who's even close to me?
I don't know.
Lilith?
Lilith's ahead of you.
Probably, yeah.
Mealy's ahead of you as well. You're the last one in the hallway.
Me?
Yeah, everybody
Oh,
else got
shit.
hit by the fireball.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, well that's it then, I guess.
Okay. Zanice.
Shit, I'm pissed now, and I'm gonna move into the corridor, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to change my first level spell slot to sorcery point.
Mm-hmm.
And before I go into the corridor, I'm gonna cast a spell using my psionic sorcery. I'm gonna cast a DM favorite spell, Hunger of Vidar.
Okay.
And here.
Okay. Thought I was done with this spell, but apparently not. So he's also surrounded by that now.
Yeah, cut from the
Well
both
done.
directions. And he's blinded.
You just hear a shout of frustration. Very good. Cracker. Carrying 2 charred corpses. Well,
Well,
one of them's not even charred corpse anymore. It's literally just you just covered in some ash.
okay. So I was going to ask that how intact is Onana's corpse?
I mean, technically, they're both revivable if you had like a high enough level spell. But if you had a high enough level spell, you don't even need the bodies.
Well, I'm just going to keep going. And as I go by, because obviously my load is much lighter now, can I pick up the corpse of, what's her head? Sulfura on the way out?
Oh, yeah. I suppose so.
Okay.
Sure.
Because Cracker remembers. She just doesn't want Sulfura to be resurrected. So she's
Oh, yes.
taking her with you.
Yeah, good point. Okay, Lilith.
I'm just gonna keep dashing.
All right, and Byleth.
Me too. So I'm 70 feet out.
Yep.
Oh, and
And
do I still make a save?
if you want to, I mean, at this point, it's almost moot, but yeah.
12.
Nope.
Okay.
He's terrifying. Sorry, Mia Lee.
Dashing
Okay.
100 feet.
All right. So you guys, as you recall, this place is big, but it's not like that big. You actually came up a flight of steps. This is the second floor. The ground floor where you came through originally was the barracks, which you had successfully tricked everyone into emptying because you triggered the invasion, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Lord Vidar is still back there. He's not disabled. He's only temporarily confused, I guess. You walked in, you're walking out with fewer people than you walked in with, and none of the hostages that you came to save. Who's this? Oh, somebody else left their rat behind.
It's Ratty. The Ratty.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of familiars running around here. So you are basically down the stairs into the main garrison room. Vidar is going to take a turn to figure out where he's going. Daria, do you want to roll a d8?
Okay. And does he need to make a concentration check?
Sure.
It's 2 for 1d8.
Okay. Right. Well, that's close enough that that's actually probably one of the best rolls he could have made because he was going in that direction. So
It's a difficult terrain.
So he's going to move at half speed. He'll use his action to try to dash. And he will exit the hunger of Hadar, I think, with the action. Did you roll his concentration check?
No. 1.
Okay, so that spell's gone. He'll take a little bit of damage. And then you just hear him shouting in the back, "You will all die." But for the moment, you're alive. Now, you guys have enough movement between all of you that you can probably keep the distance. He has ways of moving faster, but he's not one to do that. How do you guys want to get out of here? What's your plan?
Heading to the sewers?
Good plan.
Okay. Well, let's just keep going in the same order then. Mealy was way out in front. Zanice is way in the back. And Ida was also way out in front. Everybody else was kind of in the middle. I think it's kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm really mostly worried about Cracker Cracker, you've got a movement speed of 40.
Yep.
All right. So I'm really mostly worried about Zanice at this stage because Zanice has got normal movement speed. So unless does Zanice Misty Step at all?
Once, but I will want to cast Levitate and hold on to Cracker. If
was
she
hoping you'd do
agrees,
that.
of course.
Yeah, she's not got a problem. All right. So on that basis, you guys are going to get out of there because everybody's got a decent enough head start or they've got sufficient excess speed relative to Vidar. And he's not one to usually run. So you guys will get out. You're into the sewers. Surprisingly, everybody survived, except for, of course, the hostages and your allies. The city seems to be burning. This feigned attack that you ordered has started to develop a life of its own. There is a lot of shouting. You can see the smoke from where you are. It's early morning now. And there is the constant sound of men and women running, screaming, terror, chaos everywhere, really. Your friend, Jet, reappears. Ah, I see you've made it out. Well, congratulations are in order. Honestly, I didn't think you'd make it.
Thanks.
Would you like to take me up on that last offer to get out? I don't suppose you took care of, the big helmet.
Nope.
Pity. I was looking forward to a freer marketplace.
Maybe next time.
Yes. So, would you like to exit the city, or did you want to go back to your friend's place?
I kinda want to go back to the tieflings. I want to find that scroll.
The tieflings.
What scroll?
Mother Onana said something about a scroll.
I mean, we're not even sure if the tieflings made it out of the city, right? They could still be.
Oh, they're out.
Ooh.
Well, you asked me to do it, and I did.
Well, okay. Then shall we go? Everyone?
Yeah, I think we need to get out of here.
Okay.
Like
Take
out,
us
out.
away, Jet.
What was that?
I said, take us away, Jet.
Of course. Now, you do understand once you leave, it'll be very hard to get back in.
The city's under siege. I think we can manage. Maybe.
I don't think we're in any condition to do anything else than leave. So, unfortunately, we're forced to.
Well, you hear the lady. Let's go.
Alright.
I would really love to be a fly on the wall in Sophie's Monday morning business meetings. Just like the carryover of arrogance, just
Arrogance.
Confidence.
how dare you eat the last donut? I specifically earmarked it. Who are you to take all the pastries?
I'm the one who eats the last donut.
Well, exactly. That's my point. I demand you regurgitate that at once. All right. You guys are led through the winding, smelly, disgusting sewers, which now also have the added bonus of being clogged with the occasional freshly diced corpse. A couple of burnt bodies, quite a few dead animals, some animals that drowned as they were fleeing the fires above and fell into the waters below. And of course, all of the additional detritus that comes from a city under siege and under attack.
Lush.
Yeah, lush indeed. He leads you out. You end up in the extension of the crevasse that is the wound, if you will, of the city. But it's not part of the main bit, but it is an extension in terms of it clearly ripping through. And then you find yourselves on the south side of the city walls. You're within arrow shot, but it would be a very difficult shot. And although people are fighting, you can see your forces, your so-called forces, if you will, assaulting the city walls. There isn't a whole lot going on in your immediate vicinity, and therefore there are no defenders around you either. You're probably at this stage only a few hundred yards from the front lines of your forces because they're already assaulting the city. There are men approaching with ladders. There is the battering ram running down one of the roads. It looks like a full-on assault. At this stage, you don't know if you would be able to call it off. And you don't see anything that looks remotely like your commander or anybody else in charge that you recognize. It's just full chaos. I'll leave you here. You know how to find your way. I sent the tieflings in that general direction. I don't know if they made it to your army, but if they haven't, then they're probably just roaming in the woods. Full disclosure, not all of them made it out. Some of them were picked off as we were leaving. But I got most of them.
Peach.
Peach indeed. Well, you still have a few paper birds. Contact me if you want anything from inside the city. I don't know how long I'll stay. We'll see.
All right. It's been a pleasure.
Same here, my queen. And he does a very deep bow, but he never takes his eyes off any of you. And with that, and a flourish of his cape, he disappears back inside the drain from whence you all emerged. You're basically standing in the runoff of a drainage pipe. It essentially turns into a 3-foot deep ditch that runs in a somewhat haphazard fashion away from the city and eventually joins up with one of the little rivulets that surround this part of the countryside that are obviously spin-offs of the river Neverwinter.
Now what do we do?
Lick your wounds. Thank the gods you survived.
Find the tieflings.
Go to the Underdark.
You wanted to just give up on Neverwinter?
Yeah.
I don't blame you. That was a bit of a fiasco.
Bid.
Well, I mean, you did free the tieflings.
Yeah.
And on the positive side, Byleth learned a new spell.
Yay.
Well,
I'm
you're
sure.
still dragging the body of Sulfura, and as you were dragging her, you notice that attached to that very fine jeweled chain belt is a small spell book.
La la.
Mm-hmm.
Someone want to check this belt out? Looks pretty fancy.
Yes, it's decorated with semi-precious stones. It's rich vellum, and the parchment inside is very nicely gilded. Somebody's put a lot of effort and money into this thing. There is, of course, also the outstanding promise you made to Lord Neverember. And you still technically are in charge of an army, even if you may have temporarily lost control, which you may or may not have done. You may be able to reestablish some control. Otherwise, you're just going to leave the city under siege, and who knows what happens after that.
Okay, well, first things first. Tieflings? Tieflings?
Long rest.
Rest. In the middle of a siege.
Yeah, I don't think a long rest is in the cards.
Well, I'll be up for one more arrow. I'll just put it that way.
Does Selfina has any healing potion on her?
Sulfura?
Selfira?
Sure. Why not?
Yay.
One very fancy, extraordinarily large red bottle. You think it is probably a healing potion, for those of you who know anything about healing potions. It looks so big that you think it might be an extra special one, but there's only the one. She wasn't outfitted to try to rescue all of you.
Anyone mind if I drink this?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, it's basically an extra healing potion of extra healing, so it's double than usual. 44 plus 4.
Oof, thank you.
Go ahead and roll.
Oof, not bad. That's something.
Yeah, 16 points.
I also looted the one guard, and he also had some stuff like some coins which we can share later, and also a spell book. And I don't know if you can wear braces, Cracker, but he had some.
All of you can wear bracers.
Oh, okay. So they're not.
They're
Aw.
they're not technically considered an armor type.
Hmm.
They're actually considered the type of thing anybody can wear, regardless
Oh,
of
okay.
armor. Wizards can wear them.
But do they give any advantages? Or they're just
Well, I don't
stylish?
know. Has somebody cast a spell to find out?
Uh,
I'm not just going to open kimono and show you everything.
Not yet.
Yeah, well, then you don't know, do you? Do you?
I might have heard of, I don't know, braces being especially useful in combat or something. but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you definitely have heard of them. You've heard of magical bracers that many wizards often employ to boost their armor class. But as far as you don't know if these are magical bracers or not.
All right. Well, I'd need 10 minutes to cast it on the bracers, and there's also a medallion, which I got. I'd need an extra 10 minutes for that.
Okay.
But I don't know if we have the time right now.
Well, I don't know. You guys are in basically you're near the city walls, but you're basically in an open field.
Let's get to the forest before we do anything else. I'll continue carrying Sulfura.
Okay.
And Unana. And the dust of Lollipop.
Dust to dust, ashes to ashes has never been more appropriate. So as you guys are slowly picking your way through the slightly marshy open fields and farmland that surround the city, you eventually come to an area where you think there's some foot traffic from your soldiers. You can either choose to go up to them and speak to them, or you can stay hidden for a bit. Nobody seems to be pursuing you, or even seems interested or aware of you from the city itself. I think you should all say a prayer of thanks to those of you your team members who managed to get you guys out alive by providing some cover. That was quick thinking.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.
And
And
Byleth.
Byleth.
And
Byleth.
Byleth.
Thank you, Violet.
Keeping those spells handy is hard. They're not very useful for general combat, you know. Hunger of Hadar is somewhat useful, but really it's darkness. You know, who carries darkness unless they really need it? All right. Well, I guess it's a good time to take a break. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to take a little break and then you guys can think about what your next step is? Go back into the city, round up the tieflings,
These decisions are hard.
launch an all-out assault with magical support, withdraw the forces.
Salt. Anyway, coffee.
Bagel.
Okay.
Right.
Hi, we hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here,
hold
my earrings.
Here, my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
everybody back? Great. Okay. Well, I mean, I thought it might end very badly, and it only ended somewhat badly. So
Sorry
well
about
done.
that.
Well, I don't mind either way. It's really more, you guys like your characters, or are you getting bored? You want to roll up new ones? As we've discussed with Henrietta, you're out in the fields. You're out in the boonies.
Charlotte, go talk to those soldiers.
Okay. Yeah, so can I see that general rank from here? Maybe? Any decorations?
No. I mean, it just looks like a mass of humanity.
Okay, fine.
There occasionally there seem to be people who seem to be shouting orders, but it's you can't make them out. It's the general din of battle, as it were.
Well, what do you want me to talk to them about?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Do we want to find our sergeant guy
I don't know, do we?
Sergeant.
or commander? What's his name again?
Forsythe.
Forsythe?
Commander Forsythe.
Sergeant. You promoted him to Sir General. Now you're
Whatever.
demoting him to Sergeant.
He's a butthead. Okay, so just
How is he a butthead?
he was rude and obnoxious.
He was?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
He's like milking us. He like wants to get in on the
Well,
action.
Well, I mean, you're asking him to sacrifice himself and his men for no gain.
For the glory.
What
to
glory?
fight the mold. Like, where's the higher purpose? It's all about money. Anyway.
So yeah, you want us to call
Said
the
the
siege or
one.
something?
Said the people who are looting dead bodies as they run out of the, as they run for their lives. It's all about the money. Give me those
Well,
earrings.
we need supplies to fight the black mold to save the world.
Yeah.
We have a reason.
Higher
Mhm.
purpose.
Yeah.
Said every totalitarian dictator ever.
Higher purpose.
Said every ocean-born mammal.
Said every blue whale ever. Okay. Yeah. We should try and find him because we need to find some shelter and figure out what's going on.
Okay, sure. But I'll need backup, so you guys stay close, okay? I don't know what
Can
these
I-
soldiers will do while their blood is up.
Well, I got a dead body on my shoulders and another one in my arms, so sure.
I will slowly approach the soldiers with my party. Oh there.
Okay.
It is I, Queen.
You forgot your name.
Oh
Jesus.
What?
Just gets better and better. I feel like you're going to trigger some sort of security response at this stage.
Can someone whisper me my name?
You're Lady Elaine.
Elaine. It is I, Lady Elaine.
Roll deception. That was not smooth at all.
I know. I just kept seeing Alyssa in my head. Like, that's not it. That's not it, is it? Deception.
Alyssa's the other one.
I know. Ugh.
They look at you, but then they look at everybody else. Lady Elaine, what are you doing here?
Where is Commander Forsythe?
He's leading the assault from the eastern gate near the river.
Which side are we on now?
We're near the southern gate, close to the harbor.
Okay. How goes the siege? What's happening?
Lady Elaine, I'm not really suited to give these kinds of reports. Here, we're holding our own. We're making some headway, but we'll need some support if we're going to breach the walls fully. They're putting up a bit of a stiff resistance. I don't know about the rest of the siege. Your best bet is to speak to Commander Forsythe,
Okay.
or General Forsythe, as he likes to be called.
Right you are then. Where's the nearest encampment?
And he waves his arm in the general direction heading east, which from your perspective means to his right and your left because you're facing south.
Oh, girl. I can't. Okay.
Anyway, he points in a direction. He says,
Great.
go that way about half a mile.
Okay.
You don't know anything about those funny-looking people who came out of the city. They look a bit like your friends.
Oh, the tieflings?
Yes, I guess that's what you call them. They didn't seem like they were causing any trouble, and we had our hands full. But they ran into the woods down there. As far as I know, they've disappeared.
Were they unharmed?
We didn't really get a good look at them. They were quite far away.
Okay. Well, thank you, soldier. That will be all.
And he nods and goes back to his group. What was that all about? I don't know. It was Lady Elaine. She had some question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you ask her when we're getting paid? No, I didn't ask her that. Don't be stupid.
Well, Lady Elaine has no cash right now. Oh, she needs to make a withdrawal. Yeah, you guys hear all that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So what do we want to do? We can go see Commander Forsythe right away. Or we could head to the encampment and get some rest, or we could go out to the tieflings in the forest.
It'd be great if we could find the tieflings and then get them to help these guys breach the walls.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. Let's head into the woods that he gestured to. Onwards.
We did take the spell book, right? From Sulfura?
Well, I have Sulfura's body, so
You're dragging it on the ground.
if you want it,
Uh-huh.
someone needs to
can-
loot this.
Yeah, I can hold on to this for now, and I don't know. We can, of course, share it and all look through it.
I'll just hold on to it for safekeeping.
Do you have any weapons?
Yes, there is a dagger.
Definitely take that.
It is surprisingly plain.
Well, someone will have to magic check this thing later.
Mhm.
Who's taking the belt? So I can leave her body here. But should we, like, take her head? Where's that troll when you need him?
I don't know. You guys left him behind.
Yeah, well, it's not easy sneaking into sitting with a troll behind you.
It's not like somebody didn't warn you, suggest you keep him around.
Wait, he's at the encampment, right?
I thought so.
Well, I think the safest thing to do is chop her head off, stick it in the bag, and bring it with us.
Yep.
You can certainly do that.
I'll leave
That's
that
what
to
I'm
you,
doing.
soldier.
Does she have a pouch on her?
Sure.
Can I take it?
Yes. It's got some coins in it and a gem.
And if nobody takes the belt, I'm just going to take it off her and stick it in my bag.
Okay. The belt is attached to the spell book.
Oh, okay. Okay, then Byleth has it.
All right.
Okay. Imagine it's like one of those, if you go to one of those very old libraries and they've got very rare manuscripts or tomes and they're attached to the actual shelves via some chains. But the spell book itself is very small. It's small enough to fit comfortably into female hands. And the chain is extremely strong, but very, very fine. And it seems to be made out of some sort of a silvery looking metal, but it doesn't seem to be silver itself. It's very hard.
I'll equip it for now.
You mean as on your person as a belt?
Mhm.
Somehow it doesn't want to interact with the waste of time, so you'll have to take one of them off.
Okay. I wasn't sure anymore if that's a belt or not. Sorry.
The waste of time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a belt.
Mhm.
As in the waste.
Yeah. Then I'll just put it in my backpack
Okay.
and check it later too.
Yeah. Anything else?
While walking, could I take a quick look at the spellbook?
Sure. You're gonna walk in uneven territory and okay, yeah, sure. Roll a dex save.
Okay.
I don't know about you. I don't even try walking
13.
on a pavement while I'm reading.
Mm.
13. You stumble twice. Your toe hurts,
Oh, gee.
but you learned your lesson. You take a look, and it's got some interesting spells. Some of them, including Lightning Bolt, are definitely above your current. Well, they're not necessarily above your ability, but they're definitely spells you don't know. There seem to be some spells that may be even more powerful than your current level. It won't take very long for you to get a full inventory, but you'll need to sit down and concentrate fully, and it'll probably take a couple of hours to review everything.
Mhm.
The writing is extremely fine and very, very clear. So despite the book being very small, you think that there's a lot packed into this.
Nice. Now my toe hurts.
What?
Now my toe hurts.
Now your toe hurts. Yes. So you guys are walking. You're heading to look into the woods to find the tieflings, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anything you're doing specifically to try to find them?
Look for tracks, maybe.
footprints.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like a stampede of horses,
Broken branches.
burning bushes.
Broken branches at horn height.
That's very good. Some shed horns.
Can I do a survival check for it?
Sure, shed horns.
Ah,
What'd you roll?
4. I found an antler.
And
Is
for
this
all you
it?
know, it's either an antler or it's a tiefling horn.
Yeah.
Daria, do you think tieflings shed their horns like hoofed animals?
I don't think so.
Sometime in the spring, if you surprise one, you'll see it rubbing its forehead on a tree.
Yeah, definitely yes. Yeah, that's a tiefling horn. Oh my god. Yes, Cracker, that's a tiefling horn.
I'll hang on to it.
Can you
Case-
imagine? That would be hilarious. Would you stop shedding your horns all over the house? The itches. We'll just leave it alone. All right. Yeah. Well, your save on your check unfortunately was not very strong, and your well, let's just say it sucked. So you don't have a lot of success. Anybody else have any ideas?
I mean, can we just
send
call for
Ivy.
them?
Sorry, both of you spoke at once.
Sorry.
You go first. Your idea is probably more clever than mine.
No, I was just can't we just send Ivy looking to once over?
Sure. I'll
Mine
send
is a
her.
spider, so it's gonna take a while if he's gonna roam the woods.
Yes. I'll send Ivy out
Okay.
and look through her eyes for the first 100 feet.
Okay.
Maybe check for footprints.
Sure. Your yeah, I guess I can see that, right? I mean, she's an owl, so that's kind of her thing.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You can make
Perception
a perception
check?
if you want. Sure.
Okay. Hearing a sight, so she'd see this, so she'd
Sure.
get
Advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
17?
Sure. Yeah. Ivy kind of gives you a mental image. This is how it's done.
Ooh.
And she points with a wing. She flutters, lands on your shoulder, points with a wing towards that particular set of trees and copse. And then when you're not looking, she bites your face. Don't
Ouch.
send me in there first.
So bad. We're just looking for tieflings. Okay. I think I know where they are, and I'll go to where Ivy pointed.
Okay. You saying anything? No? Okay, fine.
I mean,
A
do I
magic missile
see the
comes
tiefling?
out.
I'm carrying the body of Onana.
You're carrying a lump of charred skeleton.
Oh. Right.
Shield.
Shield?
Yes.
Okay. And as you shield, somebody goes, "No, don't shoot. That's them, idiot." Oh, well, oops. And emerging from the trees are two younger tieflings. They look a bit like they might have been part of the group that you encountered in the actual prison stroke barracks. One of them, the male, of course, looks a little bit sheepish. Sorry about that magic missile. The other one says, "Ah, you're them, aren't you? Well, what happened? Where's Burial? Did you get Mother Onana?" As
I look
Cracker
at
just
Byleth.
drops the lump
No.
of charred skeleton at their feet.
I look
Yes,
at
I
Byleth
did.
and I
Proudly.
come forward really carefully and slowly and respectfully, and I very gently place the charred remains of Onana on the ground.
What? No. You mean, look at her horns. Oh my God. That is Onana. Oh no. She never showed me how to make that stitch. Are they all dead? Well, speak up. Don't just stand there.
Them, including
All of
Sulphura
them.
and Burial and Flamma too. We couldn't save them. We're very sorry.
Oh. Well, I guess we won't have to worry about being held hostage anymore. That's a horrible thing to say. It's true, though. Now we can live our lives. Well, this is true, but we don't really know what to do. And burial. I mean, it was his idea. I guess we'll have to take a vote. Well, we could just all go our separate ways. We don't have to stay together.
You could join this army and get your revenge.
They look at you. You can roll persuasion.
22?
You know, I do owe those bastards a licking. Well, you may want revenge. I think most of us are free, just glad to be free. The last thing we'd want is to go back in there. There's nothing left for us there. They've taken the best of us. Even Lollipop? And she looks at your face and sees the answer without you saying it. Yes. Why would we go back? There's nothing for us there. We're better off just leaving.
Well, I, for one, definitely want revenge. Anybody else with us?
We'd have to take it to everybody else. Maybe some of them would want to join you, some of the younger bucks. For the rest of us, it's like the spring shed. We drop our horns and we leave.
You mean like this one?
Lore now. Oh
Cracker
my
holds
God,
up the
we
deer
found
antler.
it. I was looking for that. It was my little sister's first shed.
Well, should we rest here while they convene? Take a short rest?
Sure.
In the distance, you hear the sounds of dying men and women from the siege that's still underway.
Or should we rush to find the Eastern Front?
Yeah.
Yvonne, you
thing
said that
is,
like the Manchurian candidate or something. What the hell's going on there? I'm not trying to railroad you guys. I'm just gently prodding you. People
Only
are
thing is
dying
that-
on your orders. It's not like
Check
you
it,
have
check it.
time to sit there and just have tea.
Yeah, well,
No, but
Love a cup of tea.
it looks like Cracker is going to die if she gets hit once.
pretty close.
That magic missile would have
Yeah.
would have done
Would have
it.
ended her career.
That definitely would have been the end.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always send Ivy with another letter to Commander Forsythe. Stop the siege while we rest up.
Ivy flies over and poops on your head first to make a suggestion.
I don't think she'd like that.
Okay.
He understands
And-
common.
I mean, it's only half a mile, maybe. We can try to
Feet
go
are
there
tired.
ourselves. Well,
We could dash, you know, run fast.
Just
Take
dash.
take a little rest, run fast, take a little rest.
Dashing
Think of
since we
the
saw Lord
soldiers.
Vidar.
I'm so frightened.
Snap out of it, Laura. Violet.
I'm so scared.
Douche, douche, douche.
Oh, now I'm better. Oh, good.
Funny
Ivy's
fun
going to
this.
join in on the buffeting.
No, I'm
Finally,
frightened of
she
Ivy.
psychically sends to you. Take that! How do you like being sent to death? How do you like that? You like that?
I'm sorry. I mean, never mind. You're gonna follow my orders anyway, so I'll give her a good berry and
Who? Ivy?
Ivy. Yes. I'll try to get on her good side again, I guess.
You were never on her good side.
Do you have any good berries left?
I have one left. I used one for Charlotte. And
one on you
why did I use one on myself?
when you were down. Burial used it.
Oh,
This is
right.
true.
Okay, then I don't. Then never mind. Then I give her a bit of my rations.
She chews it up and spits it on you.
That's one mean bird.
Right? I don't know.
Meaner than being sent to die every time?
Oh, she doesn't
I mean,
really
she's
die.
not really dying. She's just sent to the Fey realm.
She just feels the pain. She feels
Yeah.
she feels the pain of losing all of her hit points every time you send her, you summon her, basically.
She has 1 hit point. It goes quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Quick death.
Wow. Wow.
Just command her to like you. Then she doesn't have a choice.
That's a good idea. Thank
Wow.
you.
Command her to like me.
She has to do as you command, so.
Wizards
That-
are so smart.
That is creepy. Gosh. Why don't you like me? Okay, before we get into familiar abuse. Yes. So, they'll lead you deeper into the woods, and there's a little abandoned farmhouse. You find a group of tieflings milling about. Some of them are standing inside the farmhouse. Some of them seem to be standing outside the farmhouse. They turn and look at you as you approach. They're all very skeptical looking. Some of them have obviously lost their horns as a result of the stress of the migration. What?
Suddenly they're caribou. Okay.
A tiefling without horns is nothing. And the word quickly spreads that Mother Renata is dead, Lollipop is dead, Flamma is dead, Burial is dead, but also that you managed to kill Sulfura. And there's some whispers of good for her, that bitch, traitor. But there's a lot more weeping and sorrow and general sadness. Although they've managed to escape, it came at a very high price. Now they want us to fight? Why? What do we get out of it? Yes, I mean, the humans don't like us regardless. I think we should hear them out. And then what? Die like Burial and Flamma did? Everybody who goes out with them comes back dead and burnt to a crisp. We should just leave. We should go back to the swamp. We were dying in the swamp anyway. Yes, but at least we died slowly and on our own terms, with freedom. Not much freedom, if you ask me. So it seems opinions are divided. Anybody want to make a grand speech?
It's up to them. Yeah, what they want to do.
I understand if they don't want to fight, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know
too.
how much of a suicide mission that is.
I'm gonna look at Sneeze and be like, didn't you say something about the scroll?
But it's kind of weird to ask them. Yeah, Mother Rodada is dead. Sorry about that. Do you have a scroll? Right.
You can tell them that Onana told you to find the scroll if they know where it is.
I thought the
It was
scroll
her
had to do
last
with.
words.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me think about good words to use.
Like the horns that fall off in the spring, we must all look anew every year.
Don't do this to me. God.
This chapter of our lives.
Yeah, I should definitely lose my horns and grow them back, so I don't have a chipped one.
Nice.
That would be nice.
Or you could even just file down the one that's chipped and then, make them both even.
Nah. That's not as cool.
Yeah, that's true. In the background. Die!
Oh my
You first,
god.
fucker!
They cannot die quietly.
It's so rude. So inconsiderate. I'm trying to write a speech here. Shh. Could you keep it down?
Excuse me, sir. Can you die more quietly? I'm trying to think.
So sorry.
Thank you so much. A little bit quieter. Perfect.
Anyone else? Laura? I feel like Byleth as a reincarnated tiefling, if you will, has some horn in the game. The saying is skin in the game, but I figured horn is a little more appropriate.
About the scroll?
About the tieflings in general.
Well, I wish them my condolences and how sad I am, and also that I personally feel ashamed to have failed this mission, especially because I grew really fond of Onana and especially Lollipop, and well, it was just a very tragic end. Well, I don't think the group has the means to revive them, unfortunately. So if we can't revive them, then I'd be honored to attend the funeral. And also, with such heavy losses, I mean, we'd be very happy if you would like to fight with us, but I personally also understand if you wouldn't partake in it because of what you have already endured.
Well, they all look at you. Several of them, although they're not exactly comforted, seem to appreciate your sympathy. But then the background chatter goes back to a rather tense will we, won't we debate. Doesn't seem like you gave them a lot of direction one way or the other.
Yeah. I mean, I understand them being torn, so I'd be too. So I can't really give them a direction. I feel like we have, I feel like we kind of need to go back because this is our army. But for them, I understand if there's no reason for them to get revenge, if that means that they might die too. So, yeah.
Anyone else have any thoughts?
I'm just gonna ask them, aren't you angry? They used you. They killed you. They were ready to throw you to die. Don't you want revenge? That's your chance. Opportunity to fight for you. Show them who you really are. That they shouldn't fuck with tieflings.
Well, some of them definitely respond to that.
Mother Onana died. Lollipop died. Why? Because you didn't do anything to stop them from taking her. Or them. You were scared. And now it's your chance to show them that you are not a coward. You can go and fight show them what you really can do. Nobody gonna throw you around anymore if you show them. But if you run away, somebody maybe someday will do that again. And you will be scared again. Don't let the sacrifices of them go to waste.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Assist.
How
I'm gonna guide
exactly?
that.
How exactly is Cracker assisting?
Cracker raises her axe in the air and goes, yeah!
Is she holding one of the discarded horns on her head
No,
in unity?
no.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
And guidance from Lilith. Well done. Yeah. She surrounds you with a halo of light as you give your speech. It's very dramatic looking, especially with the light dappling through the trees. Almost looks like a spotlight on her.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Fuck this shit.
Double 13.
So good.
Well, you get the +2 for guidance, so that helps. That takes it up to a 15, which is not bad. A couple of the younger tieflings, especially the boys, they stand up and they move forward. She's right. We have to stand up for ourselves, and at least this way we'll be able to fight together. But most of them don't seem that interested. Yes, you make an excellent point. But the truth is, as much as anything, Sulfura and Onana and even Burial were responsible. They convinced us in one way or another that we were better off this way, that we would be respected, we would have a home. And yes, Vidar and the Zentrum lied to us, but in the end we were desperate for it. We wanted it, and so we allowed ourselves to be deceived and then enslaved. They didn't kill us, they just wanted us to work. Not the best situation, but it wasn't like they were murdering us day to day. We had a purpose. There was an agreement. We upheld our end, and for the most part, they upheld theirs. Wasn't a good life, but it was a life. Now those who let us down there are gone, so the rest of us can make our own decisions. We'll take a vote, but I think one of the options should be that everybody decides individually, and we may all just decide to go our own ways. There aren't that many left of us. Being together doesn't really make that much sense, especially with the loss of our heritage and Mother Onana's leadership and guidance. Otherwise, we're just people with some magical powers and some funny-looking horns. They each pick up a little stone, and the person who gave that last little impassioned speech, the young lady with the green vest, she indicates that they should each place a stone in one of 3 piles. Fight, run, or just separate and go individually their own ways. Let's have a roll. We'll say that, Daria, you can roll for the fight crowd. Laura, I feel like your sympathetic speech argued for independence, individual independence. So you can roll for that group. And who wants to roll for the run crowd? Henrietta, since you missed last week.
Okay.
And let's see who gets the higher score. Now, there's going to be a little bonus for the independence because that's kind of how people seem to be leaning.
Just a D20.
Yeah, D20.
Oh.
Oh, man.
The dice gods spoke again. Okay, so of the remaining 30 or so tieflings, let's call it, let's call it 32. 5 of them will come and fight. Nope, sorry. 7 of them will come and fight. The rest of them are going to leave.
May I have one more question for you?
Feel free, but the vote's been taken.
Not about that. Mother Onana, before she died, mentioned something about a scroll. That I should use it and I will know something, but I don't know what. Do you know something about that?
Oh. Well, I can only assume she meant this scroll of names. It is our genealogical history, and the eldest member has always been charged with keeping the records, every death, every birth, every relationship. It dates back to our original arrival in Mulharan from the other world, and even names those descended directly of the gods. It would also include every name of every person who had ever left our tribe. So perhaps she specifically mentioned it to you because she thought you might have been descended of someone who left. Over the years, this vote that we just took, it's not the first time. And after a few generations living in the swamps, people get tired of that life. We've had pockets where one person, a few people, sometimes even a handful, decide to head out and seek civilization or just see what else is out there. Few of them come back bearing stories of the horrors of the world. More of them tend not to, whether they choose to stay or something befalls them. We don't really know. But if you were to find this scroll, it would potentially shed some light on whether or not you are part of our tribe.
Thank you. Do you maybe know where it is?
All of these documents and artifacts were taken from us. They were supposedly kept in good keeping and for safety. As I understand it, they were taken to the same repository where they take other artifacts. And essentially, they're all controlled by the curator of the museum. I don't think they actually have it on display, though. I did do a patrol of the museum once when one of the magical wards was breached. Somebody stole something. It was a crown, something to do with the previous king or something of Neverwinter. I didn't see the scroll anywhere. But apparently they have a very large collection elsewhere in the building of artifacts that haven't been cataloged, things that are too dangerous or too precious to put on display. So it's possible that it's somewhere else in the building.
Thank you so much, and good luck on your journey.
You. If you do find it, I think some of us would quite like to have it back. Obviously, after you've read it. You can always make a copy. The original is valuable for sentimental reasons and cultural lore. But also at this point, really, who would even keep track of the records? I'm not even sure who the eldest one is left. We'd have to ask each other and decide if we're staying together enough to make it worthwhile.
Of course. And what's your name?
Fella.
If I find it, I will sure contact you.
Thank you. You know, the family claims to have been descended of Anubis, god of death. I never really enjoyed that myself. I always like to bring things to life. And she opens her palm, and the little plant starts to grow out of a seed. and then it germinates and a small pink flower appears. Perhaps this will be our new beginning, and even one for you. And she hands you the little flower. I wish you
Thank you.
good luck. We'll probably rest here tonight and then leave tomorrow morning. You're welcome to stay with us if you wish. But considering all that screaming and dying in the background, you may want to do something about that.
We will stay safe. And I'm gonna turn around and start moving.
Okay. Yeah. The two groups break up. Everybody who decided to either leave or go separately, and the 7 all young men who come with you, full of anger, full of vinegar. They're led by the one fellow who you saw earlier. He tells you his name is Zardan. Now, we do want revenge, but we don't want to go on a suicide mission either. I hope you have a plan. And by the way, none of us are as powerful as Sulfura or even Bariel. So we can help, but, we can't turn the tide of the war entirely by ourselves.
You'll never know. Even one person can make a difference.
And he listens sagely and he nods. And as he nods, one of his horns falls off. That's embarrassing.
Okay, let's go.
You guys all head out?
Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah.
want to do anything else?
Well, while we're walking, I want to discuss what we're actually gonna do when we get there. Are we gonna call off this? Are we gonna get Mr. Forsythe to call off the siege? Is that correct?
There's the assault, there's the siege. So the siege itself could continue without the assault. You can call off the assault, and that'll stop the immediate dying of men on both sides and women.
Okay.
The siege can
Mm.
continue whilst you do that. If you call
Okay.
off the siege, then you don't know what could happen. That could disperse the
Right.
forces completely.
Okay. So, what's the difference between an assault and a siege?
The assault is when they're actually attacking.
Okay.
The siege is just surrounding everybody and keeping the city essentially, barricaded.
Right. Okay, so we want to stop the assault, but keep the siege. Right. Got it.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying, you said you want to call off the siege, which
Mhm.
I don't know if that's what you meant. I just wanted to clarify that
Oh,
that would
okay.
be the difference, right?
Okay.
If you call it the siege, you're basically saying this whole thing's over. Everybody go
Mm.
home. I'm not sure if that's what you meant.
Mm.
You may have.
Okay.
Once they
then-
go, they may not come back.
Right. Oh no.
I mean,
Yeah.
Terrible.
mhm.
Yeah. And then we want to go back into the city afterwards to get revenge on Lord Vidar.
we should
I wonder how we're
definitely
going to accomplish that.
take blemish.
Well, we know from what Lord Neverember said, once we turn the tieflings, we disable much of the garrison. That's all I remember what he said.
Yeah.
So we've weakened them, but we were supposed to wipe out the Zentrum or assassinate Lord Vidar.
Right.
I know we were waiting to hear if he was supported by the Zentrum even. Anybody have that sending stone?
You have it.
I do?
You have Talon's backpack.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are we missing somebody?
No? You heard
Okay.
the disconnect sound too. I think it was the bard that disconnected.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
We finally decided to pack up and go home.
Yeah.
No disco, no fun.
That would be so rude. Just
I mean, sorry.
Laura
go
has
ahead.
left the chat.
I'm gonna go, guys. I don't know about you, but well, I mean, if we hadn't wait, we needed to take out the guards and Sulfura before Vidar, so we were already bloodied and gravely injured if we were to go against him with all our strength plus potentially Blemish and maybe the tieflings, then I mean, I don't think it'd be impossible to kill him. And once we have the head of the operation, then I think the Zentrum won't be that dangerous to the city anymore.
I think the Zentrum will leave
Yeah.
if they find out that the main Zentrum head office doesn't support Vidar. Can anyone contact Lord Neverember? Find out how he is?
After a rest.
Okay, we need to rest. So back to the encampment for a rest?
Do we want to call off the assault first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think back to the encampment, call off the assault, take a rest, start again tomorrow.
Okay.
What did the tiefling say about a crown being stolen?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh.
Still have it, Charlotte?
I've got a tiara. A silver tiara. That's not what they meant, is it?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Didn't get the tiara from the queen. Former queen.
Well,
Yeah, this makes me think the brother's still in play.
But isn't he pregnant or something?
Yeah,
he
he
off,
was
like, giving
captured
birth?
by the orcs as well.
Oh my god, he's going to give birth to my rival, my political rival.
Yeah, but just having a crown doesn't make you a queen.
Well, it certainly helps if you actually are descended of the right person as opposed to just faking it.
Yeah, but he isn't even descended from the right people. He isn't a direct heir,
A little bit more than Charlotte is.
if people find out.
Charlotte's
I am
descended of a bunch
Lady
of, you know,
Elaine.
lady fish fingers.
Shut up!
She literally smells of the sea.
No. I smell like roses.
Dipped in rotting oysters, maybe.
Shut up.
You can take the girl out of the docks, but you can't take the docks out of the girl.
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Yes, exactly.
My next disguise.
Okay, so as we're walking to the encampment, can I take out the sending stone, or do I need to be still to do this?
No, I mean, I'm sure you can walk and
Walk and talk?
text. Don't walk and don't ride and text at the same time. It's the law.
Okay. So how many words do I get?
25.
Okay.
Who's this to?
Siloth Hall. It's the sending stone Dalin had.
Okay.
Didn't we do this?
And they were checking on it. Yeah, we asked them to find out, and they said they didn't know, but they would try.
Because Siloth Hall is the he's a high counselor for
Titania.
the Sealy, Queen Titania of the Sealy Court, which is in the Feywild. So it's not even on the same plane of reality. But they're elves and they've got magic and they've got connections.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
not
what
like
we're
you're
hoping
calling.
for.
It's not like you're calling somebody in the Zentrum headquarters. 1-800 Zentrum.
Okay. How does this sound? Did you find out if Lord Vidar has the support of the head office? Please let us know. Scribe, what do you think?
I assume you're asking your teammates, not
Yeah,
me.
I'm asking my teammates.
Yeah.
Sorry. Scribe.
Say it again.
Did you find out if Lord Vidar
It's
has
Queen
the support?
Scribe to you.
Yeah, Queen Scribe. Put your tiara on before you say that. Did you find out if Lord Vidar has the support of the head office? Please let us know. Is that polite enough? I'm pretty blunt.
That sounds good to me. Maybe you can
Okay.
add a few kisses on the end.
Kiss, kiss.
Don't listen to her. No,
Hug.
no.
Hug. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Don't listen to her.
All right.
I
There's
don't
my
know if
sending
Cracker would
stone.
draw like a kiss. She'd probably draw something that looks like a headlock, somebody in a headlock.
Yeah.
That would be like
Maybe.
her emoji.
Yeah. The real kind of hug.
Mm-hmm.
The only hug that counts.
Yeah, so you're sending that then.
I'm sending that.
Okay. So you send it, and a few moments later, the response from Soloth Hall, you know that it's Soloth Hall, says, well, let me just type it out so I've got the right number of words.
Vidar heads faction pushing for national ambitions rather than purely commercial. He has supporters, but if you defeat him, there would be no reprisals.
Excellent.
I was reading it for Cracker because she can't read.
Excellent.
Thank you, Sophie.
All right. That's good to know. We can probably tip the Zentrum that are inside. If we could just bring him back, like if we can bring him down enough, even if we don't kill him, but if we can somehow neuter him, so to speak.
Okay.
And how would we do that?
Well, we kind of already have. I mean, we've taken his big guns.
I know, but alone he's strong enough to kill a dragon or something, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna need like the entire army to surround him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got some pretty big guns of his own.
That's why I'm not so sure if we should stop this assault.
Should take a rest and bring
Let's go to the encampment and have a chat and find out what's going on.
Okay.
Hamish with us.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, if there's nothing else, you eventually do make your way to the encampment, and you see Commander Forsythe busy giving out orders, or Sir General Forsythe, as he likes to be, General Sir Forsythe, as he now likes to be called. You are here. You're supposed to be inside.
Well, as you can see, we managed to escape,
Yes.
and I'm feeling quite wearisome.
And he looks around at the dead and dying bodies of the men that he sent into the assault. Men who are wounded, bleeding from their guts. Some of them have half their faces cut off, bandaged. There's blood and guts pooling all over the ground. Yes, I am sorry for your exhaustion. Are you planning on helping us complete the assault?
Well, about that actually. My ladies and I have a few words, a few little ideas that we would need to run past you, maybe.
And he looks at you askance. I don't like the sound of this.
Well, Cracker.
We've General Sir puts like a pretend salute because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not a soldier. I make pizza. So
What does your pretend salute look like?
like my hand sort of hits my forehead. Ow. I don't know what they're doing. And I say, General Sir Forsythe, we just as Neverember suggested, we freed the tieflings. We disabled his main support. The garrison is now unorganized and in shambles, and he doesn't have real support from the Zentrum Council. So, done a good job on the inside.
Well, we have been lucky, if you want to call it that. We expected casualties to be heavier, and we haven't really had to deal with a lot of magical attacks, so that's been, I suppose, better than expected. Correct me
We've
if
all
I'm wrong. I thought the plan was to bring them to our side so that we could turn them on the city and then include you as well, which would make it almost a certainty that we would succeed. I see a few of them with you. I wouldn't call this an army or even a brigade. And no offense, but the rest of you look like you're about to collapse and don't seem to be in any position to lead any assault.
Give us 8 hours, and we
You
will
want
be
me to
ready.
keep this assault up for 8 hours?
Stop the assault, regroup, and then start again.
The frustration on his face is visible, and you can hear the leather crinkling as he clenches his fists. You know, this is not so easy. A lot of men have died today, on both sides. We've used quite a few of our resources. And he looks up at the sky. At this point, the sun is past its zenith, so it's probably early to mid-afternoon. And even though it is winter, there's still some daylight left. All right. I'll tell the men to stand down until tomorrow morning. To be honest, they probably need a chance to regroup, as you said. You need to understand, though, morale is a very fickle thing. Men can have high morale, and men can have low morale. It isn't very easy to switch low morale to high morale, but it doesn't take much for men who are confident to lose their belief and their will to fight. If you delay too long, or if it looks like the city's defenses are stronger than expected, or for that matter, the support they're expecting is less than what was discussed and anticipated, let's just say there's no guarantee that they're going to want to climb those walls again after everybody who's already climbed it today has not come back. At that point, we may not be facing just the lack of will to fight and lead an assault. We may have to deal with the possibility that we'll lose the army itself. And I don't know what your plans are, but if that happens, I don't think anybody's safety is guaranteed. Even your own. You understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. I'll send riders out. The men will take a reprieve. And you're certain there are no reinforcements coming to help the defenders. We're stretched pretty thin. It would be good if we didn't have to set as many pickets as we normally would. Give the extra men a rest. We're already down to using reserves. We've only got 1 or 2 days more in us, and then it's either win or die. There really aren't any other options. And when I say die, I don't mean all the men out here. I mean those who led them to slaughter. And that includes myself.
Okay. We need a bit of time to talk this through.
So am I pulling in the pickets? Or am I keeping the men stretched and on high alert?
What do you think, Mealy?
I don't know. I'm not a tactician.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I don't
Is
know. I
anyone a
think
tactician?
Mealy and Cracker are about as close to tacticians as you get. Cracker's not intelligent, but she's wise. And Mealy is literally a trained wizard in battle.
Yeah,
As far
but
as
not
wizards
with,
go,
with such a large force.
that's true.
Yeah. If they hold the picket, they're on high alert but high stress
And no rest.
and no rest. If they pull it, everyone gets a rest and a reprieve, but we might lose morale.
Well, the risk is that you don't have security.
Oh, well, yeah. I have a couple of ideas. I kind of want to keep them busy inside the city walls and I kind of wonder if Queen Charlotte here could mobilize her underground army to cause disruption in the city while we rest.
Underground army?
My what?
Well, your little CV army, Jet. Calls you queen. You've got to support. I'm sure
One-man
he could.
army.
Well, he's got connections. I wonder
Yeah.
if he could sort of keep everybody busy in the city with some chaos.
What do I have to offer him? Oh, I guess I do have. I do have Sulfura's bracelet and her earrings and her necklace, a silver tiara, beautiful dress.
Got some stuff, but he
And
also
your
you
hand
also
in
have
marriage.
you have his loyalty.
Let's pimp
Loyalty.
Charlotte out once more.
Well, he keeps calling her queen. It's got to be something to it.
I think he's only loyal to valuables, money, gold.
There'll be lots of that if we win.
Well, I don't know if he's going to come all the way out here in the city, outside of the city.
Well, you've got your paper airplanes.
I guess so.
What's an airplane?
Oh, paper bird. Sorry, paper bird. You got those paper things. That
So
might
you
buy us a
want-
little bit of rest.
You want me to get him to cause a ruckus, is it?
Cause a ruckus, cause a distraction so that we can take a rest. So out here, we don't need to worry so much.
Can I write on the paper bird, or is it literally just like a calling thing?
It's literally a piece of paper that you write your note on,
Okay.
and then you fold it up into the shape of a bird, and then
Right.
it magically flies off and delivers it.
Lovely.
It's a bit like a howler.
Okay. I
Hey,
know.
look, everyone, Ron's got a howler.
How about that?
What about Weasley?
I am absolutely disgusted.
Okay, anyway, so hi Jet, please cause a ruckus in the city so Lady Charlotte can have some rest.
Queen Charlotte. Queen
Oh,
Charlotte.
Queen Charlotte. I have some little
Does he know you as Charlotte or as Alyssa?
Queen
Queen
Elaine.
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 So even you get them confused.
Yeah, well, you're confusing me. It's
I
meant
have
to be
some
confusing.
little valuable knickknacks on offer.
As George R.R. Martin said, people who write fantasy books often use very different names to try to avoid confusion, but that's not how real life works. In real life, people named their children after themselves, and they all sounded very similar. Okay? So you sent that out on a paper bird.
Very secure.
Sorry?
Very secure.
Well, yeah, but it's probably less obvious. It's odd, but it's less obvious to the typical anti-signals archer than a pigeon flying into the city. About an hour later, you receive a response. Sounds intriguing. Will do my best.
Lovely.
And around the same time that you receive the paper bird, you start hearing shouts in the city and a loud explosion from the docks.
Oh.
And from where you are, it's now getting to be nighttime. The sun is already past the horizon, but there's still a glow as the remaining rays of light light up the horizon with purple and red, which is also west, so it's towards the shore. But the explosion is followed by a fireball, not the spell necessarily, but a ball of fire and a mushroom cloud, and a large cloud of smoke that rises up. Man's got style.
Yeah.
I'm liking him more and more.
Best investment in a
job.
box of jewels ever.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, you receive another paper bird. By the way, you never mentioned you knew Euripides. And that's where we're going to end today.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Zinnies can handle that.
He likes Zinnies. I mean, who doesn't really?
I saved him. I saved him.
Yeah, he thinks you're the bee's knees, as they say.
Yes.
All right, everyone. On that note, thank you very much again. I shall see you all next week, including you, Henrietta.
Mhm.
And have a lovely week, everyone. And congratulations on surviving with hardly any character deaths.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh,
All that happened was a whole
Yay.
bunch of important, lovely, sweet, kind, loving, and useful NPCs, including innocent children.
nah.
Well, we didn't kill them. You did.
Oh, wow.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Well, all right then.
Nice.
We'll see about next week. I was going to take it easy on you, give you guys a break, but maybe not. All right, everyone. Love you all. Take care. Have a lovely week.
Love you
Thank
too.
you.
Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
bye.
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 Bye.